Hello, good afternoon. A very, very warm welcome to this Sunday live. It's 12:45 p.m. and wishing you all a very happy Diwali. I know we're all in that festive mode, and therefore I specifically wanted to, share this message, Diwali special, while it is relevant otherwise also. But I'm just taking this opportunity. It's Diwali, and the energy is high, and then we are also. I think it's these days, these special festivals are an opportunity for us to tap into that energy that we have, the whole vibe that is there. And therefore, I want to use that to share this very important message. And therefore, I am here. So, a very warm welcome, those of you who are joining in. We are live on all our platforms. And the moment you enter here, give me a hi so that I can wish you and I can welcome you. Once again, a very happy Diwali. Best wishes for this festive season. So, I want to talk about you trying to impress everyone at work. Are you doing that? Do you have this at the top of your mind? I've got to be liked by everybody. Yeah, and if that's the case, then because I've come across so many people who say, I want to learn to be in the good books of everybody. I want to learn to be liked. How can I be liked by everybody? Whether it's my boss, whether it's my colleagues, whether it is my subordinates, everybody should say, wow, he or she is amazing. So, how do I do that? So, I just want to bring in certain perspectives here, and I would want to hear from you as well what's happening with you and what is the impact it has on you. So, first thing is that, when you think of how do I, how can I ensure that I'm liked by everybody, which means if I take it from a 0 to 10, a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is like people are really wowed by you, they are big fans. So to be a 10 on 10 for some people, you've got to be a 1 on 10, a one and a half, 2 on 10 for some other chunk. You cannot be a 10 on 10 for everybody. So one aspect that I want to really put forth here is, are you okay being a 5 on 10 for everybody around, where you're trying to manage your likability, how you're behaving? So being a 5 on 10, then pretty much 4, 5, 6 वो fluctuate करता रहेगा. Versus when you say, no, I want to be a 10 on 10, then practically I cannot be a 10 on 10 for everybody around. I'm going to be a 10 on 10 for some people, and then there's going to be another set of people who will absolutely not resonate with that version of me, and for them I'm going to be a 1 on 10. Yeah, that's a choice that you have to make, and there's nothing right or wrong about either of these. It's a question of what do these entail. So let's understand, what does a 5 on 10 mean and what does a 10 on 10 mean, like, mean in the sense, what does it take on your part to be a 5 on 10 and to be a 10 on 10? Now, when I'm being a 5 on 10, I'm equating it to trying to be in the good books of everybody, trying to be liked by everybody. I don't want people to not like me, so how can I please pretty much everybody? That's where you lose touch with who you really are, right? I've done that for the longest of times, trying to be the Aastha that I thought should conform to my idea of how I'm supposed to be. When I'm doing that, then I'm always a 4 on 10, 5 on 10, 6 on 10, because I'm all the time planning to do things in a certain way. All the time, I'm trying to, the agenda or the context of doing anything, whether it's at my work or my personal life, is to be liked. It plays massively, doesn't it? So those of you who do that will be able to resonate with what I'm saying, right? It's always playing here, right? And then you're just trying to do that. That takes a toll on your potential, on your capability. So you may be capable of this, but you end up here because all your energy goes into managing how others are perceiving you. All your energy goes into, oh, he must like me. And for what? Because I think being liked by everybody is my gateway to being accepted, to get that validation, which is so important. So there's nothing outside, then I need to really look here, because 5 on 10 has a certain impact. Not in terms of your career progress, of course, those are the more tangible and visible ones, but it has an impact internally. When you're playing that 5 on 10 and you're trying to be liked by everybody, even in your personal life, right? Then you are pushing aside your needs, your challenges, your desires, because they take a back seat. What is more important is pleasing everybody, making others happy, being liked, right? Now shift to 10 on 10. Now 10 on 10, if you know of people who you really are wowed by, you feel they are amazing, they're out of the world, right? They are a 10 on 10, you like them a 10 on 10, then you will see one thing where they stand out is whatever it is that they believe in, whatever it is that they they are living, like the purpose or whatever their agenda is, they are 100% there. That's where it's 10 on 10 for you, for some other people, right? And then there will be people who will not like them as well, but they are okay with that. They are very, very rock solid, confident, grounded in who they are, right? A 5 on 10 is when I am not sure about myself and I need that surety, that certainty from outside. That's where my agenda is pleasing. Context of doing everything is I've got to impress people. But a 10 on 10 is very clear, knows his worth, is sure of who he or she is, and therefore does not strive for or is not doing things or behaving in a certain way to get that validation from outside. He says, this is who I am. Okay, this is what it is. And he may say things which are provocative. He may say things in a very powerful way, may not go down well with a certain set of people, but that's what it is. Now, I'm not saying by any chance that a 10 on 10 doesn't care about people. Somebody who's a 10 on 10 will have a different level of care altogether. If you know of people 10 on 10, they are so committed to their cause, so passionate about it, that it's going to be a different level altogether. Hi, Manoj. Welcome. A very happy Diwali to you. So, so a 10 on 10 is going to be a next level altogether. Now, that's a call that you need to take, a choice that you need to make, whether you want to be a 5 on 10 and go about impressing everybody, which is too much of management, too much of disconnecting from yourself, too much of, oh, what if, but I can't do this, if I don't do this, this will happen. It's all in order to something, right? Whereas a 10 on 10 is solid connection with yourself, a solid connection with yourself. आप अपने साथ जुड़े हुए हो, आप sure हो, and that's a journey. By no means I'm saying that, okay, you've arrived and now you're a 10 on 10. You may still have people who'll say a 9 on 10, 8 on 10. But all I'm saying is that's not your agenda. That's not what drives you. Impressing people is not what is driving you. Rather, it is you knowing who you are, knowing your worth, and you bringing that in order to serve your highest potential. You bringing that in order to serve your purpose, right? Whatever it is. For me, as a coach, if I want to go out there and serve people, support them, facilitate their journeys, then am I willing to really say what is needed? Rather than, oh, what should I say which will make the other person feel, wow, what should I say that will impress him? What would he want to hear? Can I just put that aside and rather be comfortable in saying, speaking out, doing what needs to be done, what is needed for that person? He may not be able to see that right now. I'm just giving you an example from my perspective being a coach. You need to see at your position as an entrepreneur, as a corporate leader, wherever you are, if only you can stand in your power. And that's not going to be easy. Let me tell you, it's not going to be easy. It is, when I see, there are times I pull myself out of that impressing people mode. There are times when I pull myself out of trying to please, and the mind goes there again. But every time I do that, it's not very comfortable, right? But I think transformation, we all know transformation happens when you are willing to pull yourself out of your comfort zone, when you are willing to drop all of that facade, the pretense, and just stand there naked, when you're willing to do that, that's where transformation comes in. So we want to transform, we want to become the that charismatic leader. I want to inspire people, influence people. However, that the first and the most important thing there is knowing who I am and standing true to who I am, right? Rather than going out there and impressing everybody. It is not possible that everybody is going to like you at the same level of intensity. It can fluctuate between 4, 5, 6, around that, where you're just trying to please everybody. So pretty much everybody, because you don't want to displease anybody, so you're only playing that game, so it'll be fine. But that real fulfillment is when it's a 10 on 10 for maybe a handful of people, but that's okay. That's the real you. No pretenses, just being yourself. So no, nothing that bothers you here, not no facades to be put up, just being yourself. How cool is that? And that is a muscle that needs to be built. We may not be born with it, but it's something we can cultivate, right? And that's what I wanted to share this Diwali, because one thing that I have been committing to myself again and again, but I'm committing to myself to really be myself, to um, put out whatever it is that comes to my mind in a responsible manner, which is being or staying true to myself, right? So I think that requires, that is the most profound form of love that possibly you can give to yourself. So bringing in a lot of compassion for yourself, a lot of love for yourself, being uncomfortable, if that is what it is. But then, yes, this is what it is. So stop trying to impress everybody at work if that's what you're doing. It is too much of a baggage, too much of a pain. And if you're doing that, you're not alone. So it's not that आपके साथ कुछ गड़बड़ है, आप गलत हो. It's just that relieve yourself of that pain. Just set yourself free of that pain of trying to be in the good books of everybody. No, it's not going to help you. And even if you think, when you're trying to help or please others, and then they like you think because I did this they like me, that to my mind is very superficial. I've realized that that's very superficial, right? People who like you for who you are, for your authenticity, for what you bring to the table at your workplace, that 10 on 10, that's what you want. Those are going to be meaningful relationships, deep connections, which you all want, which is what we talk about every week, workplace relationships, right? So try doing that, right? It'll happen with time, over time, but do that. Be who you are, speak what you need to speak. May sound provocative to some people, may not go down well with others. That's okay. You need to learn to do that, right? So and more particularly when you're out there to serve, you want to impact lives, then we need to learn to do that. I'm doing that, I'm committing that to myself again and again. Not easy every time, but yes, that's what commitment is all about, right? So that's what I wanted to share. If there's I see some of you are here live, let me know what is it that you get from this conversation. What's been your takeaway, and what is it that you may want to do differently? Yeah, even if you're watching this later, do drop in a message so that I get to know what is your perspective. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me every Sunday. And I'm going to see you not next Sunday. So now we're going to change the frequency and the whole format as well. But I'll keep you posted on this. So I'm going to see you very, very soon. Have a great Diwali. Enjoy to the fullest. Spread out lots of love, lots of smiles, lots of laughter, and love yourself utmost. Yeah. Take care. Lots of love to all of you. A very, very, very happy Diwali. And thank you for those of you who are here. I can't see the names, but I see some of you are here. So thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.